Hi guys. Um, my name is Ian, as it says on my YouTube, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys my coming out story. So let's see. Let's start from the top, I guess. Well, a lot of it. I did grow up in a very religious home. Well, not really religious, but a very Christian-centered home, and so all I ever saw and heard were straight marriages and man and woman and not and so yeah, that was normal for me, and I never heard much about anything else. And I started, I got held back in school, so I started having some, weird feelings earlier on, I can remember, and just being scared about people finding out and being totally afraid and withdrawn about it. And some of the experiences I did have when I was a kid, I didn't want anyone to know about, so I obviously didn't tell anybody. And as I grew up, and as we all do, go through puberty and stuff, I started noticing more and more and more, but I never heard about it. So being that I dismissed all these feelings, I saw, yeah, I learned how to be and act straight. I've always been the more masculine type anyway, so, or the more straight type, however you want to call it. I am who I am, so shut up. So, as I grew up, I didn't do anything about it because I didn't know anybody who was, and it was scary because I was feeling these things that I thought I was supposed to be feeling for girls. And I could tell that, girls were beautiful and cute and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll work with what I got. I'll try to go with that. And I even had a couple of three girlfriends in my day. And because I was able to recognize, at least, as another human being, that they're attractive, they're cute, and they're nice, and yada yada yada, and that's what's normal. And so that's what I did. And I was able to play straight and act straight very well, and all through school, all through high school and whatnot, despite feeling a certain way and wanting to act a certain way or wanting to do certain things. Um, and I can even remember thinking about some of my, lesbian friends as in high school and kind of being envious of them a little bit because they were so strong in coming out, and I couldn't. I didn't want to, and that just made me even more indifferent about it and dismissive about who I was. And so after high school, you know, I I saw a couple people after high school, very discreetly, mind you, and didn't tell anybody because I didn't think it was okay. I didn't think it was normal. I knew nothing, and I didn't want to leave a rabbit trail for people to find anything. So I learned to be very closed off about it and just not think about it too much. But after high school, things really started coming together for me a little bit, and I really started to contemplate, myself. And there was a few year period there where I was really depressed and suicidal a few times even, because by that time in my life I was so dismissive of it. I kind of didn't even know that was really what was bugging me down in my core, you know? And I knew I heard the fake it till you make it thing so many times pounded into my head, heaven forbid. Well, I can tell you, fake it till you make it doesn't work. Not in this department anyway. But I started talking to a few people, discreetly about certain things and trying to figure it out, because at first I thought maybe it was just a dad issue, which I'm not saying I didn't have any dad issues. I kind of did once in a while, but it was fine. I knew who to talk to about it. And at first I thought maybe that's what it was, but no. So then as I got more serious about, about why I was being so depressed all the time, things really started to unfold. I had conversations with the really good friends and mentors in my life. And one of my friends, who I talked to for like 3 hours straight one day, told me, Ian, you need to make a decision, because I was like, I don't know if I am, I don't know if I'm not, like I'm having all these weird feelings and I'm just so confused. And so she finally challenged me and said, okay, Ian, decide, either you are or you aren't, either you're gay or you're not. just make a decision already, and she really pushed me to, come to terms with the fact that, yeah, I'm gay, and there's nothing I can do about it. All these feelings I'm feeling for guys is just who I am. It's normal, for me, even though as much as I didn't think it was normal. So after that, after she gave me a good after she challenged me, I really came to terms with the fact that, yeah, I am gay. I called it having my sexual identity issues for a while, but knowing it's not, wasn't that. And through all this time, I never allowed myself to open up to a guy, because I was so scared of it getting out. I was so scared of being vulnerable and being pushed to come out. And because a few times I was almost pushed to come out, and it was scary and unwarranted and unwanted. So finally, one night, my sister encouraged me to go. She was one of the first people I came out to, my sister, and she encouraged me to go tell mom and dad. And with not knowing how they were going to react, because again, we didn't talk. It was something that we didn't talk about in our house, and I wasn't going to dredge it up, like, Ian, why are you bringing up, homosexuality? Why are you gay? I didn't want that kind of attention. I didn't want to be looked at. I didn't want to be focused on like that. So I didn't say anything. And then she encouraged me to. So what I did was, one night I decided to go buy some cranberry juice. I had some gin at home, and I poured my old man a gin and cranberry juice. And that night I came out to him. And surprisingly enough, it went really well. They took it really well, and it helped that I kind of brought something else up ahead of time, I think. But ultimately, it went really well, and I've been out for a couple of years now. And I guess what I'm saying is, it's not all bad when you come out. It can be so good too, and it can be very encouraging. Not everyone's obviously going to have that same reaction, but coming out isn't always as bad as some say it is. Sometimes it takes a while for people to see or hear differently than what they've always heard or known to be true. And I've never known much about it, so because I had to come to terms with it on my own without doing my own research, because again, I didn't want to leave a paper trail. So I encourage people to, come out to somebody first, come out to someone that they really trust first, and just take a step in the right direction. So that's my little uninteresting coming out story. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope that someone out there can be encouraged just to say something. Take that step forward. Take one step in some direction is okay. Doing nothing isn't. But it's up to you guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.